important. It's something you should strive for, to get the best house as possible, the fastest you can, so you get the best out of your training. Now you can get a good house as well by marrying someone who has a better house. So when you marry someone that has a better house, the person or the player that has the better house will become the main householder. Hence, if you have the lower house and your partner has a better house, you will be using the will from your partner, because that person has a better house than you. Okay. Investment bank. The investment bank is really the only way to get interest rate from your gold. Now there's two investment banks. One's a light and one is just a normal one. As a non-donator, you will get only the option to get into the investment bank light. Now that will give you less interest rate than if you use the better one. Okay, but we'll get into more detail later. The gold vault. The gold vault is a place where you store your gold, and you need to buy an account. Okay, it's not too expensive. I think it's 100,000 gold to get one, and once you get it, you'll be able to store it there. Now it's free to deposit, but there is a percentage that is taken out every time you withdraw. Now what's the purpose of the gold vault? The gold vault is, like I said, to store your money in order to protect yourself from not being mugged by other players. Okay. Same with the credit bank. The credit bank is where you store your credits, and there is no interest on credits, so whatever you put is whatever you get when you withdraw. There's no charges either, and it's also a way for yourself to get protected from being mugged from other players. The credit gym. Well, there are two types of gyms. The first one is the normal gym, and the other one is, well, like I said, the credit gym, and it also gives you a lot more experience, statistically speaking, than the normal gym. Okay, and the only difference is that instead of using energy, you'll be using your credits. So it can be a great way to train, but it's also quite an expensive one. So we always advise people to be careful when they go to the credit gym, because once you use it, you've lost those credits and you can't get them back. The stock market, well, basically that's quite simple. You have some stock options you can buy there, and they're purchased with gold, and every few minutes the stock market goes up and down, so you could potentially make a lot of money or potentially lose your investment. Now in the red light district we have casino, the search the streets, dating agency, the brothel, and the lottery. It's basically a place to have more fun. So the casino, obviously, you have a few games there. You have the slot machines, you have the roulettes, game center. Basically, you place a bet and you play the game, and you either win or lose. Simple enough. Search the streets is well, it's basically a place where it doesn't cost you anything, and you have 50 turns. And in those 50 turns, you get money, you get will, you get experience, you get credits. It's a nice way, a free way of getting extra things into your game. The dating agency is just a place where you put your ad. If you're looking for someone to get married with or to date, and you put your personal ad there, and either the boy or the girl will see it, and they will get back to you, and maybe you'll get lucky and get married. The brothel is for all those naughty players that like to have a bit of extramarital fun, and they go there, and they, depending on their gender, or their sexual preference, they will go for a boy or a girl, or a man or a woman actually, and they will do their thing, and they will lose some energy but gain some other stat, depending on the person they use. The lottery is where you buy tickets, and every month we have a lottery, and the more players that purchase lottery tickets, the more the jackpot is. Now if we go here to the traders corner, you have the points trader, donator trader, the credit temple, and trade with other players. Now the points trader is where you go and, as it says, trade your points for items, or for health, or for hit points, or for whatever is available there. Same with the donator trader. Here you trade your donator days. So For example, every time you purchase a donator pack, you will get between 15 to 30 donator days, which means that you will be a donator for those amount of days. And here you can just trade those days for items or other goodies in the game. The credit temple is the same principle as these other two. The only difference is that you trade your credits for items. And here's where you trade with other players. For example, instead of sending an item, which you can through each one's profiles, you go here and you say, okay, I want to trade, I don't know, a shotgun for not for credits, but for a Magnum. So you do that, and the other player will have to accept the trade, and then you accept it, and that's how the trade is done. Alright, that's really the Trader's Corner. Now, Murder Lane, you have your gangs, gang wars, federal jail, battle tent, and the manhunt. Now the gangs, I'll click and I'll show you, is all the gangs are basically, you create a gang formed by yourself plus members, and this is one of the main things in the game, where one gang will attack another one and you will gain respect points. And it's more of a thing of a power struggle in which you try to become the top gang. Now the only way to get respect points are either by chaining another account, gang, or by doing the organized crimes. But I'll get into gangs a bit more further in another tutorial. The same with the gang wars. Here it indicates which gangs are battling whom. Okay, so obviously the ones here are the gangs that declare the war, and here are the people being attacked, or the gangs. And I'll show you how much respect each gang has. Obviously, the higher respect, the more reputable that gang is. Let's see. Federal jail. Now, federal jail is a place where the staff members will imprison or will suspend all those accounts that have done something against the game, have broken rules, have caused trouble, or basically have tried to hack anything against the terms and conditions and the game rules. It can be seen by every other player, but there's nothing really you can do there except see who is in federal jail. The battle tent. The battle tent is a place where you can go and attack the different NPCs, which, like I said before, the non-playing characters, which are listed on the left hand side. It will tell you on which city they are and how much you will get the first time you beat them. Okay, so obviously I can go from Manu, who's